A Thanksgiving Day feast is being planned as part of the Dubois County Community Meals. Thank you for joining us on 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Kim Kendall. Also joining me is Gary Schnell. Now, they are with the Dubois Community Meals Committee, which is associated with a couple of churches and St. Vincent's. So, first of all, let's talk about this Thanksgiving Day feast that is being offered to folks on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, so we are excited to be back full swing with the Thanksgiving Day feast. It started back in 2000. The only year that we missed was in 2020. Last year we did a smaller version, but this year we're back full swing doing 1,700 plus meals. And so this will be on Thanksgiving Day, and we have 3 ways of getting meals. We've got delivery for those who are shut in or disabled and can't get out. We do offer delivery. And then we also have dine-in where they can come in and eat and have fellowship. And then also drive-through, so and until it's gone. And those 2 things start, the dine-in and the drive-through start at 11 o'clock until it's gone. And we've got 2 locations at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Huntingburg, as well as St. Joe's Catholic Church in Jasper is the 2 locations where this will take place.
Is this only for people who are in need, say on the poverty level, or is this for anybody?
This is actually for anybody. I mean, it's a twofold process, that in the fact that we really want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to get a good hot meal on Thanksgiving. So whether they're in need, whether, maybe they're older and have a hard time cooking a big meal, or, it's hard to cook a big Thanksgiving meal for 2 people.
Right.
So it's really for anybody, because 1, we want to make sure they get a hot meal, but 2, this is a fundraiser. And so we encourage, if you're in that situation, come get a meal, make a donation, and that helps offset the cost of the meal, and then all the funds that are excess go back into the community meal program that helps feed people throughout the year.
Okay, so maybe your family's celebrating Thanksgiving on a different day, and you're just alone on
Yes.
Thursday, and you just help out by making a donation. And then get a meal on top of that.
Yes.
And come and have fellowship with other people.
And if somebody's wanting to do the meals as a drive-through or dine-in, do they need a reservation?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Really, no, because we're going until they're gone. If they are going to dine in, we're really suggesting to be there, 11. I wouldn't go much past 11:30, because you want to make sure that you're able to get in and get food.
If they need us to deliver, then we need reservations for that.
Yes.
Okay,
so they need to call in for that.
Where do they call?
Just 482-1805 or 683. What is?
So you're calling the church, 683-2372?
Yes. Or 482-1805.
Okay, so call St. Mary's Catholic Church in Huntingburg or St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Jasper,
Right.
if you need something delivered.
Right.
So they're going to need to know the.
Right.
Okay.
And just call whichever place is closest to you.
Yeah.
Now, this is part of what your Thanksgiving Day feast is an unusual thing in that you do that once a year. But every week you do a Dubois County community meal. What is that?
So the Dubois Community Meal Program, pre-COVID, a lot of people knew that we would serve meals 3 times a week down whenever the food bank was open. Right next to the food bank is the Ozanam Hall, and we would have hot meals that they could come and get 3 times a week that we serve there. With COVID, so much has changed. People don't bring their families to it's drive-through now at the food bank. People don't bring their families. Gas is high, so a lot of people will even carpool together. So what we have started doing is we actually deliver meals to some of the subsidized senior and disabled apartments. We've noticed that a lot of our seniors have really taken a hit. We've got a lot of wonderful programs out there for the kids and families, but that older generation has really taken a hit. And so we deliver between 125 and 150 meals every Monday to some of the subsidized apartment complexes in Jasper and Huntingburg.
I guess some group homes also.
And also group homes. We didn't realize, but a lot of the group homes, they only get so many meals provided a week, mainly the dinner meal, but the other meals they have to fend for themselves and pay for. So we've been taking meals to them as well.
And this is at, I'm going to say St. Vincent's because everybody seems to know where that is. It's really kind of across the street. Is it from the St. Vincent store?
Off Meridian Road there,
Yeah,
down from
okay.
St. Vincent's store, and just turn right. The first place you can turn right down there, and that's the food bank and community meals is right next to it in the same parking lot.
So do you need volunteers to help with that? Who makes
Yes.
these meals? They don't magically appear.
So yes, we definitely need volunteers. If anybody is interested, whether it's helping do dishes or helping plate up meals, they can definitely give us a call and we could get them set up for that. Lynn Shaw takes care of most all the volunteers, but they could call Ed Zogelman if they have donations or want to volunteer. His number is 812-630-4410. But we definitely need, and we were talking about expanding and maybe even doing other days, but we need somebody to really help coordinate that. We've got a wonderful person that does it on Mondays, but she's pretty much limited to doing it on Mondays. So, if anybody is out there that enjoys cooking, preferably has a certified food handler, would be great.
What would help us get into more Wednesdays and Saturdays again, if we can find a certified food handler, or maybe somebody that's used to work in a cafeteria or school or someplace that likes to cook, and we could definitely work with them on what to do and be a great service. I mean,
if somebody wants to volunteer, do they have to know? Do they select the food, or is that they come in and say, okay, today this is what the meal's going to be? It's all lined up for them, but we need you to do this.
And that's the coordinator. So we have
Okay.
one on Mondays, and we're looking to possibly try to find another person so that we could open it up more days. But they normally take care of ordering the food, coming up with the menu, and then we have volunteers that can come in and help cook. And then we got volunteers that come in and help plate it up every week.
Okay.
And then we got volunteers who help deliver. So
So if you want to volunteer, you don't necessarily have to have the responsibility of knowing what to make. You just do what you're told when you get there, which is sometimes a whole lot easier to volunteer when you know that.
yes.
Okay, so this you're also needing donations. Money always helps.
absolutely, donations, whether it's monetary or food, again, like Kim mentioned, some of the bereavement dinners or different corporations around here have lunches come in. If they have extra food, give us a call. We'd be more than happy to come pick it up, and we really appreciate that on the food establishments like the restaurants, caterers that donate extra food, and then we're able to distribute it throughout the week. But any quantity is appreciative. I mean, we had one the other day just called, and they had enough for about 20 people. We took it to the group home, but again, we hope soon to offer sit-down meals in our location out there off Meridian Road again in the future. But right now we're just delivering it to different locations.
But money is always appreciated because it takes money to buy the food
Yes.
and all that.
Absolutely.
But if any restaurants or somebody like that is a caterer is listening, you have the right connections to the right people. They just need to get it to you, or you.
And we'll get
Yeah.
it distributed to the right places that need, food there. But anyways, if somebody wanted to send in money, they could send it to DCCM in care of St. Joe's Parish in Jasper. Or if they have any food needed to be picked up, they can call Ed Zogelman at 812-630-4410. And don't forget us through the holiday season. I'm sure there'll be Christmas parties and all that. That's probably going to have some extra food. Give us a call. We'll get it picked up. And I just want to mention, earlier in the year, we had a hog farmer that donated 2 hogs to us. And I had a cattle farmer that donated a whole cow. And had another company called Hoosiers Feeding the Hungry, took care of the processing fee, and that was great. But we're going through the hogs and the beef, and so we continue to look for more, that kind of stuff. And I think right now we could maybe use some chickens or vegetables,
Sure.
fruit, and the kind of stuff like that, And
People just need to reach out to you and let you know that they want to help in some way.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
I noticed at the top of this Thanksgiving Day Feast flyer that you have, which is for the Thanksgiving Day Feast, it's Dubois County Community Meals, but there's also Backpack Buddies, which is part of this. What is Backpack Buddies?
So Backpack Buddies is just another program that it's under the umbrella of the Dubois County Community Meal Program. And what we do with the Backpack Buddies is we're serving about 425 elementary students in the county right now. We make up Ziploc bags that have food that is stuff that they can, whether it be peanut butter and crackers or just different foods that they could even make themselves. And we put it into Ziploc containers. And then on the schools have forms and they decide who is eligible or who they think could use these meals or use these bags. And so they just come down to their office, the office at the school on Fridays. They drop them in their backpack and they just to make sure that they have food and food that's accessible and for them on the weekends.
Because I think sometimes those of us who have food on our table, we open our cabinets and we see food all the time, don't realize there are people right next door to you who open their cabinets and there's nothing in there. And those kids go home and may not eat over a weekend if it weren't for something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's again wrap this up by talking about the Thanksgiving Day Feast, the who, what, when, where, why again.
So the Thanksgiving Day Feast, it's on Thanksgiving Day. We got dine-in, drive-through, pickup or delivery. And the two locations, St. Joe's in Jasper, and that'll be behind the former 10th Street School is where they would go to do the pickup or the drive-through. They can also come in that door for the dine-in. And then also St. Mary's Catholic Church in the main parking lot if they want to do the drive-through or the dine-in there. If they want delivery, they can call and make a reservation at each one of the churches, either St. Mary's or St. Joe's, whichever church is closer to them. They can come, they can call and make a reservation. And it's just a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner. One of the needs that we still have is pies. We need a lot of pies. I mean, when you're feeding 1,800 people, and you want everybody to have dessert, and that's one thing that we do get from the community. And we have a lot of wonderful ladies out there that love to bake, and gentlemen, but a lot of ladies that love to bake. So if they would want to bake an extra pie for their Thanksgiving and drop it off at one of those locations, it would be greatly appreciated.
I think Monday, Tuesday, before Thanksgiving.
Okay, so we need those pies dropped off. So if you're baking over the weekend before Thanksgiving, then bring the pie in on Monday or Tuesday.
Yep.
I think Wednesday, I don't know if you guys are open on Wednesday.
I think so.
So, even Wednesday would be fine. With that, we do need some help on Monday and Tuesday with cooking the turkey off. And speaking of the turkey, I just want to give a shout out to Far Best Foods who donates all the turkey. It's just huge. So, but we need help cooking off 750 pounds of turkey on Monday and Tuesday, and that'll be at St. Mary's in Huntingburg. Also, a shout out to Tim Flick with Oink Inc., who has for 21 years helped take care of the food as far as overseeing and the facilitating and ordering. And he's an awesome chef, and we're blessed to have him kind of be the head of that department, making sure that we're doing stuff right. And then also our SVP does a big pie brigade. Our TRICAP does a big pie brigade, and the Holy Trinity Catholic School, we use their kitchen facilities. All the dressing is made over at Precious Blood, and so we use their kitchen facilities. And we're always looking as we're continuing to grow. If you have a large kitchen, whether it be with a school that's not being used, that we could help bake stuff off on Thanksgiving morning, it just be mainly baking it off. That would be a huge help, because the more we're getting, the more oven space that we need. So.
And the menu is going to be for pickup or delivery is going to be turkey and gravy, dressing, mashed potatoes, green beans, slaw, and pie. That's for pickup or delivery. It may be a little bit different for the ones that are eaten in.
Okay.
But and again, it's free, donations accepted, which will help us on the cost that we do have here, or for future meals throughout the week, throughout the year.
All right, well, thank you, Kim Kendall. Thank you, Gary Schnell. Remember,
Thank
the
you.
Thanksgiving Day feast is Thanksgiving Day at either St. Mary's Catholic Church or St. Joseph's Catholic Church. But if you'd like to help out in some way ahead of time, either through a donation, through a pie, or through services of cooking in some way, contact one of these two or contact your local church.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Kim. Gary, thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.